On veut nous faire croire à des mythes perdus, des passages de l'histoire falsifiés et revus, de Ramsès à Mandela, que de vérité tue, en ignorant le départ, on est ressemble. A été reine, belle et puissante, Salomon rêvait de sa peau noire, je chante pour aviver les mémoires.
What's up, everybody? This is Super Mike. This is the subject I wanted to talk about Fly Nubian Queen and some of the issues that's been going on over there, or after the stars of that network have decided to move on. Some of that drama has spilled over into the outer world. And I thought it was a good opportunity for us to look at the importance of organizations. So, as Fly Nubian Queens Network, I don't want to show it too much. And keep in mind, this is information that's shared here will be under section fair use, under section 107 of the fair use statute. So that's what we're doing here, fair use. We're going to be just listening to audio. We're not going to be showing a lot of video, but I do want to show some of it. So anybody who doesn't know, this is Fly Nubian Queen Network. It's owned by Dr. Boyce Watkins, who is here. I'm not going to show. That's Dr. Boyce Watkins. I believe the name Fly Nubian Queen was started by Meechie X, and she worked over there and helped build the network up. But it's along with other people. So they got lawyers, attorneys, you got all sorts of things. And what we have here is we got talent. It's almost like the rap game. You got a talent who's good at attracting people. So these talents that attract people, Meechie X, Vicki Dillard, Queen Ahmadiyyah, these are superstars at attracting people, but maybe they're not as good at building networks and businesses and organizations. And that's what we need nowadays, because really and truly, none of these people, and realistically, none of these people would be known, really. I mean, a lot of these guys, they make a big deal about what they did for the network, but if the network didn't exist, no one would know who Meechie X was. Because this guy, Boyce Watkins, actually set up a network which brought people together to help teach some skills that Black folks don't even understand that are valuable. That's the problem with a lot of skills that Boyce is teaching. These skills, Black folks, we really don't even see the value in these skills. That's how messed up we are, because we don't even understand that when somebody's teaching you something on how to run your own businesses, how to do contracting, how to use your talent and formulate it into a business, how to sell your talent yourself. He's teaching you self-autonomy. He's not doing like Suge Knight or what you call this guy, Puffy Combs, when he gets a talent. A lot of these guys, when they get talents, and especially like in hip hop games, and they operate from a pimp mindset. So, Boyce is not doing that. He's not operating from a pimp mindset. But it's very hard to do that because you're not appreciated, you're underappreciated, and you're actually just because you want to receive value for your effort, just because you want to receive um, business or compensation for your effort, people think something's wrong with that. People think you're trying to scam them because they don't even understand the value of what you're delivering to them and what you're getting them to learn. And what I want to do is go through this a little bit. So for those who don't know what's going on, everybody, press the thumbs up button and share the message. This is an interesting topic that I want to just talk about as far as organizations, how organizations protect individuals, and how when people move on from organizations, how it can, we see the difference. We see the difference. We got talent versus organized structure. So like I said, Boyce Watkins, he owns this Fly Nubian Queen Network. Fly Nubian Queen Network, the name, I believe, was started by Meechie X. She was very instrumental in attracting people to the network. She also attracted, I believe, helped attract Vicki Dillard to the network, who's very instrumental in attracting people to the network. And later on, the network was pretty much humming and everything. For a little while, you have this woman here, Queen Ahmadiyyah, who's already building her own network, but she's seen an already growing network, and she decided to, you share that audience. And that's what she did. She shared that audience. She attracted some attention to herself, which is fine, which is what Boyce wanted. He's trying to uplift the voice of the Black women. Also on that network, you have Jane Ariandale. You have multiple attorneys. Just people you would never know that were in the Black community working, trying to do things, just delivering value to people. Even without these three, who were very attracted personalities, meaning these people attracted people to the network. Even without these three, the network is still a very valuable network. And, this is something that we need more of. Now, unfortunately, with Black folks, a lot of times when we decide to move on from something and we don't get our way, we tend to get hostile and angry. That's what happens. And that's what pretty much happens. It's always going to happen, and that's just the bottom line. You got to expect it. It's not something that I don't think you can really get away from, because that's just how, the only way you can get away from somebody being hostile, even the Nation of Islam, when Malcolm X left, he got mad. But it was an organization. True enough, he helped build it. But a lot of times when people leave, they want to take everything that they feel that they contributed. And that's the beauty of an organization. Once you pile in and you contribute into that organization, that's like a bank. You get to also claim that, but you can't take it back. You can't take that back with you. So a lot of folks get angry and they get vengeful. What's going on, everybody? What's up, Koja? What's going on, Koja? Hey. Yeah, and my thing is with this, everybody's going to come down on different parts of this little story as we can. You got, like I said, you got Meechie, you got Vicki, you got Queen Ahmadiyyah. All of these are very powerful personalities. But what's going on is you got this network here that Boyce Watkins owns, and he created rules. And a lot of folks don't like rules, but he created rules. I don't think they were able to talk about each other while they were in the network. Now, Meechie didn't sign that, so she was able to do that. But I think after Meechie left, he made it so these people could not, by contract, they could not verbally bash each other or the network or members of the network while they were in the network. Okay. And so that kind of kept some of them safe. When Vicki, so I hear from what I'm seeing, and I'm going to actually switch over. So let me switch over here. I'm gonna show this screen. Let me go to here. I think this is important for us because a lot of us don't understand, like, these networks, these systems that we survive on, talking about the police, the justice system, all of this stuff that we survive on and try to use to solve our problems right now. This stuff is going away. And Black folks, I know y'all don't believe it, but you're going to have to come up with your own systems, your own organizations to solve your problems. Otherwise, y'all going to be killing each other. That's how this is going to go, because these white folks, they Roe versus Wade, all of this stuff is going away. Y'all not going to keep being able to depend on a whole nother group of people to solve your problems for you. You're going to have to learn how to deal with your arguments without murdering each other, without destroying everybody's system. So let me show you this here. I want to show the Twitter. So this is Vicki's Twitter. So Vicki has something called the Beehive. She's actually, you know what? I was trying to find Meechie's Twitter, but let's do it this way. Let's go to Meechie, because Meechie was actually the first one to, I think she came up with the name Fly Nubian Queen. She built the network up from the beginning as far as the attractive personality. Now, nobody talks about the attorneys, the people who edit the videos. And actually, let me go to the Fly Nubian Queen site itself. Let me do that. See, nobody talks about the behind the scene people. Everybody just talks about the attractive personality. Let's see if I can. Let me see. Let's go to the actual person, the network itself. Now look at this. The network still has 275,000 subscribers. So this tells us when Meechie, now y'all don't know this, a lot of people don't know this, but when Meechie was there, the thing only had I think it had 75,000 subscribers. Vicki came, she started working on it. It got to 100,000. Yep. Yeah, that's what I'm feeling this too. Exactly. You either pull yourself up. I'm with that, because this is what we got to understand. Like, we're gonna always have arguments. We can't just necessarily tear everything apart just because we mad. And we got to have some kind of organization to keep us in line with each other, so that the right thing will end up happening. So Meechie worked. She built some of it up. Vicki worked and built a lot of it up. And the Queen Ahmadiyyah, she stayed there for a little bit, but she kind of bailed right out. She kind of bailed right out just for a little while. So, but guess what? The network is still creating content. The network is still creating content. It's still, Boyce is putting the stuff on. You got sisters here, Roe versus Wade. This is Madam President. I mean, you just got people on here that's good. I think it's important for voices to get out here. These people got taught how to do stuff. I think you can go way back in their history. You can see some of these old videos. You got Constance Carter. She's doing businesses. She's doing business stuff. This is valuable stuff. Nobody would know these people without the network, and nobody probably would know the network without the talent, the big talent, which is Vicki. And now Boyce is kind of handling some of what he can, even though he's a man. But until they find another female talent that's strong enough, then, I'm sure he's going to probably be on there more. But the point I wanted to make is, right now, so Meechie's been angry at Boyce Watkins. She's been angry at Vicki because Vicki didn't leave right away. She didn't like Boyce Watkins because Boyce, she says that Boyce took the name that she created and he is not giving it back. And so she did some other stuff to try to irritate everybody. And you know, I think she trademarked some of his stuff and trademarked some of Vicky's stuff. So, you know, just anger, you know, that happened. But nobody really, I mean, she couldn't really affect anything. I mean, I don't know what she could affect. I can't say she couldn't affect anything. She affected them, but you know, like I said, one monkey don't stop no show. Vicki, I guess she had problems behind the scenes. Now, when Queen Ahmadiyyah, she had problems too when she was there. She didn't like it. And I remember looking at her because actually this is where I was introduced to her too. She makes good content though. But she decided to leave, but she did not badmouth. She didn't badmouth the network. She never badmouthed Vicki because Vicki stayed on the network. But you could tell by the way she did her content on her own show, it was basically that she had an irritation with Vicki Dillard. But she never said anything because Vicki was still on that network and she was under contract. So now that Vicki Dillard left this network, so Vicki Dillard now is on her own. She's doing her own show. She's building up her own, let's see. Yeah, she's building up her own channel. Here's Vicki's channel. You know, this Vicki Dillard TV. This is her channel. She's pushing out her content. She's, you know, she's just doing her thing. She's doing political content. She's doing her spiritual stuff and all that. This is what Vicki been doing. She's still doing it. I don't see any now. I see this. Vicki will diss. She will diss prominent political figures like Michelle Obama. So she'll attack Michelle Obama. She'll go after Andrew Gillum. Who else? Joy Reid, Al Sharpton. These are people that everybody goes after. The Supreme Court lady. Let's see. Does she go at? Oh, she goes after Roland Martin. So, you know, Roland Martin is kind of on her level. So she goes after Charlemagne. So whatever. So, but that also leaves you open for people to come after you. And that's now what people are doing. So here it is. If you look at Meechie's channel, okay, this is when Meechie and Vicki had a debate. I'm not going to go into that, but you see they both are talented. I don't want to show let's see here. Hold on. Actually, you know what? Y'all can't see this, can y'all? Sorry. I'm looking at the screen. I always do that. I'm sorry, guys. All right, so Vicki and Meechie had this debate. I'll play some of it because the audio is kind of interesting, but it just shows their talent. They're both very extremely good communicators. This is and I'm talking as if some of you guys don't know who these people are. But let me just show you what Vicki's channel looked like. Here's Vicki's channel. So, you know, you guys, you know, she's got about 24,000 subscribers. I think she left Fly Nubian Queen probably a few weeks ago. Maybe a month ago. I'll say a month. Because she really, if you look at her channel, most of her stuff, I think, so she really left probably about, let me see, probably about a month ago. Because most of her stuff would get very low views. But all of them went down in views. None of them have the same amount of views as the channel Fly Nubian Queen. You see, Fly Nubian Queen has now, and this is on, actually, this is called Black Excellence, Black Wealth. It was on Boyce's channel called Your Black World. But since Meechie got Meechie was angry at Your Black World, so she trademarked the name Your Black World. So she kind of got Boyce back because Boyce had the trademark on Flat Nubia Queen, so she trademarked one of his channels. He had to change the name. So what? He just changed the name. He just kept moving on. Let me do this here, and let me see here. I just want to get that. Now here's Queen Ahmadiyyah's channel. So this is one of her channels. She has several channels. Queen Ahmadiyyah is a very hardworking woman. She would go live like 4 times a day. She's like Boyce. So she built up her audience pretty quick, and she has actually a very good channel. She does more news, but she does a lot of different subjects. I like Queen Ahmadiyyah and her work ethic. I don't like it though when people start getting big and you start airing this negative stuff. Now here it is. This is where she dissing Vicki because she didn't like Vicki. Vicki's not on Fly Nubian Queen now, so now Queen Ahmadiyyah can get her. So here it is. Queen Ahmadiyyah can get her. Terrence Cultist. Hicks, promoted by Vicki Dillard. Slicky Dillard copied my spiritual videos. So Queen Ahmadiyyah is saying that Vicki copied her spiritual videos, which I don't buy because I was listening to both of them. And I know Vicki was saying that stuff before I heard the Queen saying it. Not saying that Vicki somehow didn't know about the Queen first. I don't know. But the thing is, the Queen talking about royal, and she's copying True Royal videos, and Lisa Cabrera, because they do stuff too. So if she want to talk about who's copying who, if everybody goes down that road, it ain't going to be nice. Well, and true enough, it's tempting to build autonomy. But if you look at the Queen Ahmadiyyah, she did it. I mean, she did it. She was already her own person as an autonomous person. She was already her own autonomous person. And she was kind of known. See, the thing is with Meechie and Vicki, they were unknown completely. Boyce actually taught them how to set everything up because Meechie and now Vicki said she was on the radio somewhere in Colorado somewhere, but she was completely unknown. Completely. She didn't even know how to do YouTube. She didn't know how to do she didn't even know how to if you look at her videos, she has a hard time dealing with the different programs on how to set your YouTube up. She's not good at the electronic stuff. Meechie was totally unknown. She did a Bill Cosby video, and Boyce seen it and helped and thought she would be good to build up the network. So that's how that worked. But the Queen Ahmadiyyah, she was already doing her thing. She was already doing her thing. And yeah, it's like this. We can't get all bent out of shape just because we disagree. We're bound to disagree with each other. People got to expect disagreement. But at the same time, some stuff, it's so much better to handle public stuff, public and personal disagreements. Like there's so many people who don't like each other in, let's say, like the Nation of Islam, or let's say like in the Democratic Party. The Democratic Party people, there's some of them that truly hate each other. They're not getting out on TV blasting each other like that because it's an organization. And that's what I just want to get over on this. Black folks, certain personal beefs are not as important because all of them actually, if you look at their content, I'm going to show all of their content. The reason why all of these people have been on this network is because they actually believe probably 90% about the same stuff. They just have personality issues with each other. They don't like each other. Maybe somebody stole something from them. They feel like they just don't like each other. But as far as their fundamental belief and their working, they're loving for Black people, they all do that. So this is the reason why they make sense being on the same network. You don't have to like each other to be a part of the same organization, as long as you are down with the organizational group. Because alone, these guys are what they're doing, because really, Vicki Dillard, now I'll just say Vicki and Meechie, and Queen Ahmadiyyah, when they were on that network with those 200, 300, almost 300,000 subscribers, and they would get on Voices Network and all that stuff, they had senators, presidents, Congress people, major news platform people coming at them, debating them, trying to deal with them, because they had that much influence. But by themselves, they're not really doing much. They're just kind of arguing with each other. I would say the most effective one now is probably Queen Ahmadiyyah. But she really, she's kind of not as effective as she could be. And that's the only thing that I'm trying to get over to people. Sometimes we got to understand this is how white folks and other groups of people beat us as a group. They understand you keep personal beefs within your personality sphere. But this is work. This network stuff, this is work. When you're talking about organization, that's work. The organization, it shoots you forward really fast because that's what it's supposed to do. Yep. Yeah, it's a growing pain. And like I said, all of these people, I love all of them. If you notice, I'm subscribed to every last one of them. Like me, myself, I do not care. People argue. I don't care nothing about an argument. That's just something about me. I don't know. But some people different. Like I know with Vicki, I've seen her before on other situations. If you don't disagree, like let's say, because I think it was another situation where people were mad at. Basically, it was something like where people were telling Vicki, well, like both of y'all, I'm not going to choose. And Vicki was like, well, leave me alone because I don't want you around me. Like you can't tell people who to choose. Like if people like both of y'all, they just like both of y'all. Y'all don't have to be friends. Like I got friends that are not friends with each other. That's them. You see what I'm saying? This is a growing pain that I think a lot of Black folks got to understand. Everybody ain't going to be friend, buddy types. It just ain't going to be like that. But, just basic, consideration of humanity, it ain't that serious sometimes. Now, with this Queen Ahmadiyyah beef, Queen is coming after Vicki pretty strong. And I think Vicki is feeling that. With the Meechie thing, Vicki wasn't really feeling that because Meechie is so, the audience that Meechie attracts is not totally different, but it's a very different audience than Vicki attracts. But with the audience that Queen Ahmadiyyah attracts is actually almost the same audience that Vicki attracts. So that right there is actually, and Vicki really don't know her. So I think that right there is, yeah. And like learn and not do it again in the future. And it's them, everybody can do what they want to do as an individual. But it's like, us also, since they putting their stuff out here in the public, since they putting it all out here, so we all can judge, let's all talk about it. And, I don't hate none of them. And I don't hate none of them. Now I ain't gonna lie. Like if it was one I would criticize personally the most, it would probably be Meechie. And the only reason why I would criticize her the most is because it's not because she did the trademark stuff. It's because she wants to tear stuff down just because she's mad. Like when you build something up, it's better even if you get mad at it and you leave, and you don't want that thing to be torn down, because forevermore you can always say I built that. This network here, believe it or not, it starts on YouTube, but I mean they have a website. I'm gonna show that. I'm just gonna show some stuff. Believe this stuff or not, stuff starts on like YouTube, but you'd be surprised 50, 20 years from now, 30 years from now, these things become big. This is how ABC, CBS, all that stuff. Let's see. Do I even have the website up? Oh, let me see. Did I take it down? I mean, let me see. Let me do this. There it is. Yeah, it's an actual network. He got attorneys. That's Vicki's thing. But I mean, and I think she still makes money off of this. Like she actually created courses. Now, I never really bought none of the courses because I wasn't into this little stuff that she was into with this. To me, I didn't like that. But I mean, there's people out there that like that stuff. But I can't get to it. Hold on a second. I just wanted to. Anyway, I ain't worried about it. Will it work? I was trying to get to the main page. Whatever. All right. So anyway, I'm about to end this off, but the point is, like I said, I just want us to kind of pay attention to this stuff. Organizations, I think, are more effective than just individuals. They help us. They help protect us. Yeah, that's cool. I mean, and you know me, Koja, I do not care nothing about the male versus female thing. I think it's people. It's a personality thing, and people, into the gender warfare stuff. And if you think about it, even Boyce Watkins, he took. They said somebody criticized him here on Twitter. They said Boyce Watkins brought you Cynthia G, Meechie X. What else? It said something was wrong with him. What did he say? He brought you Cynthia G, Meechie X, some other people they didn't like. But to me, it don't matter because it's people. It's about people. Men have problems with men. Women have problems with women. Women have problems with men. Okay, it is what it is. We gotta just find the personality types that we harmonize with, and we work with that. It is what it is. And that's how it is. That's how I think. So I don't. It's just whatever people want to do. People can take their ball. People can take their ball and go. It's cool. But the point is, if we're trying to get somewhere as a group of people and not have all these other groups outpacing us every time, we're going to have to keep some of these organizations around. And otherwise, it's not just about us fighting with each other. It's about, and listen to how Boyce answered this question. I like this question. Hopefully, like I said, this is fair use. I'm going to show this. Now, hold on.
Within herself. I mean, that lady has so many people that love her. And I'm one of the people that love her. I mean, she's just a force within herself from the partnership that we were doing. But
break that down for us.
Lots of feeling fast. Do not wait.
It's a myth.
Yeah, a lot of people wanted to know Vicki Dillard. What happened with Vicki Dillard? If you can break that down for us.
Yeah, Vicki built her own platform, and Vicki is a beast within herself. And so basically we just decided, mutually that she would move on from the partnership that we were doing. But she's always family, and Vicki is extraordinarily intelligent, and she is a very good person, and I love working with her. We work together. I mean, I think me and Vicki probably worked together about 4 or 5 years, and so it's all good right there. I mean, she's just a force within herself. I mean, that lady has so many people that love her, and I'm one of the people that loves her. And we had her at the convention last year. You guys were there,
yes, sir.
And so it's all love between me and Vicki. It's just sometimes you get to the point where you feel like it's better to work, in different spaces, or you can't quite make it work out. But it's not something where it was anything less than completely amicable.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, and you're right. That's right. You don't always travel together, and that's right. Sometimes you use the organization to help you build yourself up a little bit, and you go on your own. There's nothing wrong with that. The only issue that I tell people, I'm saying to people, the only thing that I'm trying to get over to people is that those little organizations are good for us overall. They're not perfect. You're going to get in there. They're going to be making demands of you. You're not going to like this. You're not going to like this. And I'm going to end off with this one sister. She was on that Queen. She was on the Fly Newbie Queen Network, Goddess Masterpiece. I liked her content. She didn't stay long, but she's going to show us why she left. But she also tells you how it helped her. Like I said, sometimes what we expect is what messes us up. We expect something to be like heaven and nothing's going to ever go wrong and nothing like that. No, don't even set yourself up to be disappointed. You should expect a problem, but you should expect more good than bad. That's what you're looking for. That's what I would do. I expect, okay, here's the problems. Okay, here they is. I knew this was coming, but, whatever. All right, let me show this one last sister that I think she likes Meechie the most. Let me see. Let's see. What is it? Oh, did I mess? Let me see. What's this girl's name? Goddess Masterpiece. Let's do it this way. I'm
President Trump, on behalf of all the MAGA patriots in America,
we'll talk about that later.
Thank you for the historic victory for white life in the Supreme Court yesterday.
For white life in the Supreme Court yesterday. Anyway, we'll talk about that a little bit later. Let me finish this off, and then we'll go for today. Let me see, Goddess Masterpiece. This is her channel. Yeah, this is her channel. All right, so let's see. Blah, blah, blah. She's something else though, but let's see. Goddess Masterpieces. Oh, here it is. This is what I wanted to show.
Didn't have anyone at the time.
All right, so now this is the Vicki thing. Now let me hold on. I just want to show what Goddess Masterpiece. I'm not going to show her content. So this is her. She's out of New York. She was on Fly Newbie and Queen for a little bit, and I noticed her and I liked her content. So I did subscribe to her. Let's see. Because, she makes interesting content. I don't look at it all the time. But, sometimes she's kind of hood. But sometimes she comes up with some stuff that's real interesting. Let me see. I'm not going to show her content because I don't want her to get mad or something like that. But let me just.
I was going live. I would do a spur of the moment.
This I shoot. Okay.
But that's another story. We're gonna get back to that. We're gonna circle back around to that. I I see that Z Banger put up a video of 2 young ladies. Well, it was actually 1 young lady that he put up, but it was 2 in the live stream talking about Vicki Dillard. They were behind the Vicki Dillard fan page. Now, I initially didn't have a problem with Vicki Dillard, but by default, because I ended up staying on his network for almost 2 years, and they never tried to pay me. I was bringing them views. I was definitely getting thousands of views for the channel. Yeah, this was the thing. Because I had 2 toddlers, I was like all over the place. I would go live different times. I never gave them a time that I was going live. I would do a spur of the moment. I'll be in supermarkets. I'll be outside. I didn't have like a structured show, but I brought in views. They still didn't see my worth. So eventually I left. They wanted me to sign a contract to say that I'm not going to be getting paid. And I said, no, I'm not staying another year not getting paid, but you're requesting me to go live 4 times a week for an hour, at least an hour for each live. That's work. I don't know if y'all know, but when I first started making videos, I was making pre-recorded videos. That's work too. But going live is work. You gotta face your fears to go live. Anything can literally go wrong. And you can edit it, but the people already saw that shit. So when they told me you have to go live, they didn't want pre-recorded videos. I was scared, but I faced my fears because I felt like this was what I wanted. So I jumped in. And the first couple of times I couldn't even stay on for a whole hour. Cause you would run out of things to say. It's like you got stage fright. I got hundreds of people in the chat. I'm like, all right. But I learned to feed off of the energy of the people in the chat.
See, this is the part that I want to get to. What she learned. And see, now we get to hear her all the time now because she's comfortable. That's what I wanted to get to. Now, the bad part that she said, they didn't want her to get paid. It's some other stuff they didn't want her to do because that was work. But I want us to understand like what she was learning. Now, keep in mind, she was not really bound to them, but actually they were teaching her. And now this woman goes live all the time. She's got a decent little YouTube channel. And she had learned also how to make money with it. So that's what I'm saying. Like, this is what organizations can do. Now, she didn't stay with them. She didn't like some stuff. Once she got her weight up, she moved on. And see, that's the reason why I would criticize Meechie more, is because if Meechie had her way, this whole thing would be gone. And these women or future people who gets on that network, they wouldn't have a place that would treat them with the kid gloves to show them how to do it, set up the live, all of that stuff that these people don't know how to do. They just see talent and they wouldn't even have nowhere to do that with. So that's pretty much where I'm getting at. And like I said, she makes good content. Her name is Goddess Masterpiece. Y'all probably would like her. And some of her stuff, so y'all could probably go subscribe over there. I'm just going to show it again, just because I'm not trying to steal her her content. I'm just showing it just for fair use, just so people can get somebody who actually worked there, and just to see what she would say. Now, I don't like this. She got death to FNQ. I don't like that, because without FNQ, without Fly New Being Queen, would you have had a place to teach you this stuff? And that's what I'm trying to get us to think. Just because we leave a place and because we had a problem there, or maybe somebody there didn't do us right, or maybe something was wrong there and we couldn't fix it and we just decided to leave it and make it on our own, doesn't mean that we should blow the whole place up. That right there is what I'm saying to us. I'll finish this up. I'm going to let her say a little bit more.
So you learn as you go. So it was a learning experience. It was a learning experience. I'll give them that. Taryn, I'll give you that. Boyd, Dr. Boyd, I'll give y'all that for giving me the opportunity where I was very wet behind the ears. I didn't know anything about YouTube. I didn't know anything about that world. You said, LOL, do you remember? Yeah, I talked about it, but I never made it a topic. So now we're making it a topic. I got time today.
All right, so that's all there. I'm not gonna play no more of that. But yeah, you know, like I said, I just wanted to touch on that that topic, guys. I appreciate Koja for coming through, you know, giving me the energy from the chat. You see, like somebody like me, I'm just going low level. So I'm gonna be very slow. I like your content too, Koja, because you do I seen what you do with the plants, showing people how to make plants. So Koja Malik, she has a channel, guys. Anybody who sees this and wants to check out what she does, she has a channel. Go over there. She puts her views straight up out there, but she you know, if you like honesty, there you go. And that's something that I respect. I respect people who are honest with their thoughts. And I also, like I said, the talent with the growing food, the farming, and stuff that she does, that's awesome. So that's pretty much all I had on this particular subject. I'm leaving off with Les Nubians, Princess Nubian, and that's it.
On veut nous faire croire à des mythes perdus, des passages de l'histoire falsifiés et faux.